Hello everyone. Welcome to sqadia.com. Today we are discussing development of integumentary system and we are on the section 2 of this lecture, which includes the formation of basal germinative layer. What we will be discussing in this section, we will be discussing basal germinative layers introduction, how the melanoblast form the melanocytes and how they migrate and what is their function in melanoblasts or melanocytes, what are the layers which are present at their birth, and what are the abnormalities associated with abnormal melatonin formation. So, what is basal germinative layer? As in the previous section, I just told you that you have to remember one basic concept that actually there's one layer which is producing all the cells, and as these cells are continuously dividing, they're pushing the cells up, those who are present at the layer above them. And as they pushed up, they are undergoing keratinization and then eventually desquamation. And I discussed in the last section that what is keratinization, that as these cells are produced and they're pushed up, their cytoplasm shrinks and they actually decreases in volume and replaced by keratin. And once the keratin layer is formed on this, resulting in stratum corneum formation, they are actually shedded off, and this shedding of the outermost layer is actually termed as desquamation. So this layer becomes the stratum germinatum of the epidermis. As we discussed the 5 layers in the previous section, the stratum germinatum, by a word you can understand, the germinatum would mean germinating, or it is actually producing more and more cells, and it's actually budding into cells and cells, and they are actually pushing this other layers up. It proliferates and the new cells are displaced into layers superficial to it. By 11th week, an intermediate layer containing several cell layer is interposed between the basal cells and the periderm. As I told you initially, there were on it ectoderm started dividing. There was a basal layer and the outer layer was the peridermal layer. Gradually, as they are dividing in, they're pushing the other peridermal layers cells up. So there's an intermediate layer which starts to appear. And but this is the time actually when, as you can appreciate in this, that the melanoblasts have started forming in the dermal epidermal junction. Proliferation of the stratum germinatum also forms epidermal ridges which extend into the developing dermis. Now, if you see over here, this diagram, this is they have marked the epidermal ridge over here. What it is actually, as the cells divide and they are moved up, they are not moved up uniformly. So you don't have a layer which is like straight line over here. Instead, at times over here they have pushed cells upward a little more as compared to over here. So this results in a crest and trough pattern. Now, as you can see, this is upward and this is down. This is the trough area. Then you have a trough over here, and then it would be probably somewhere over here also a trough would be present. So these troughs of ectodermal cells are epidermis, which are extended into the dermis, are termed as epidermal ridges. These ridges begin to appear in the embryo by 10th week and are permanently established by the 17th week. By 17th week, we can clearly see these on a microscopic examination. These ridges produce grooves or troughs or grooves on the surface of the palms of the hand and sole on the feet, including the digits, these lines which you can appreciate over here is actually these ridges which have hardened in the adult and actually remain in the adults. These ridges can be appreciated. These are the lines which are present in the palms and the soles of the adults. Coming to the melanoblast and melanocytes. As I told you, the melanocytes are the mature cells which are derived from the melanoblast. During the early fetal period of the dermis is invaded by melanoblast. Now they start to invade by the dermo-epidermal junction. Cells with neurocrust origin. I have discussed this, what are the derivatives of the neurocroderms and what are the neurocrust cells derivatives in previous lectures as well, and they migrate from there and then start to rest at the dermo-epidermal junction. Melanoblasts move to dermo-epidermal junction and differentiate into melanocytes. The melanocytes have several long processes and lie at the dermo-epidermal junction. I will be discussing the detail in the next slide as well. If you see these two diagrams, now this is the diagram at the 11th week, that there is a periderm, there is an intermediate layer, and there is the basal layer. Now how this basal layer is this derived from the germinative layer of the epiderm, and as is dividing this resulting in an intermediate layer, and there is an outermost layer called as periderm. Now this is all happening inside the fetus. As you can appreciate that actually this is development of collagenous elastic fibers actually taking place at dermis, which would result in division of dermis into reticular and elastic portion of the dermis. Now if you see, the melanoblast have actually migrated over here, and gradually they would migrate to dermoepidermal junction. Now this is almost either at birth or near to birth diagram, in which the epidermis is actually divided into 5 layers, which you can appreciate. The outermost, the stratum corneum, then you have stratum lucidum, then you have stratum granulosum, then you have stratum spinosum, and the last is stratum germinatum. And melanocytes, this starts to lie at this dermoepidermal junction that is just near to the germinatum and extends into the dermis, while papillary reticular layer of the dermis can be seen as well, because this development of collagenous and elastic fiber actually divided the dermis into two, as papillary and reticular dermis. Now, the cell bodies of the melanocytes are confined to the basal layer of the epidermis, and their processes extend to the epidermal cells. Now, this is the stratum germinatum. As you can appreciate, the cells are dividing and giving rise to keratinization. Now they lie at the dermoepidermal junction and they extend their processes. Now you can appreciate in this diagram there are long processes extending into the epidermis. The melanocytes begin producing melanin before birth and distribute to the epidermal cells. In blacks you have a lot of melanin, in whites you have very less melanin. So actually the skin color is imparted by this presence of melanin in our skin, and increased production would lead to a more darker tone of the skin, while less production would lead to somewhere very whitish tone of the skin. What are the layers which are present at the birth? As I told you, that epidermis has actually divided into all 5 layers which are present in the birth. The outer, the stratum germinatum, if you see it from lower, you can say it, okay, the initial most layer was stratum germinatum, which is germinating or proliferating and giving rise to stratum spinosum. Why it is called a spinosum? This appear actually spiky, and when you see it on the microscope. And then this stratum granulosum, and after that you have stratum lucidum, and then you have stratum corneum. Why it is called as lucidum? That if you see this layer only, it appears almost opaque or translucent on this microscope. And then you have stratum corneum, which has actually gone complete keratinization, and the cytoplasm has shrunk and has replaced with the keratin most of the time. And in this, the dermis has actually proliferated into 2 layers, which is the papillary and reticular, and all these layers are actually present at birth in the skin. So in this section, what have we covered? We have covered the introduction to the basal germinative layer, what it is and what is its role in production of all the layers of the epidermis. We have covered how the melanoblasts give rise to the melanocytes, and what are the function of the melanocytes and how it helps in giving us a skin tone or skin color, and what are the layers of the epidermis and dermis which are present at birth. Thank you. Keep watching sqadia.com for that.